What's up, guys? Tyler here, gaming hard, and I'm bringing you guys some more Hobbies and Pastimes. This is all 13 parachute jumps, and this is Aim for the Fairway. This is parachute jump number 9 of 13, and it's in West Vinewood, just north of Michael's house. This is the one we're starting on. We're not going to do them in order like 1 of 13, 2 of 13, etc. Instead, we're going to take them out by area, as it's a much more efficient way of doing things, both for making the video and for you, the player, as it's just more efficient order for you to take them out in. And it's going to save you a little bit of time instead of jumping all over the map trying to do them in order. This is the second one. This is Damned If You Don't, and it is parachute jump number 12 of 13. It is also in West Vinewood, and it's just east of downtown Cab. So this is going to be, you know, the northeastern part of the city. Now, as I said, guys, these count toward your Hobbies and Pastimes, that Hobbies and Pastimes stat in the 100% checklist. You have to complete 42 Hobbies and Pastimes, or really what it means by that is you have to complete all the Hobbies and Pastimes. And unlike the flight school, where the flight school has 12 separate missions, and each one of them count as one of the 42 Hobbies and Pastimes that you need to complete, the parachute jumps do not count as one hobby and pastime each. They, actually all 13 parachute jumps only count as 2 of the 42 Hobbies and Pastimes you need for 100% game completion. I started off, I think I was at 35 of 42 when I started the parachute jumps. And when I completed the 12th parachute jump, I went up to 36. When I completed the 13th, I went up to 37. Now, that being said, although this only counts as 2 of the 42 Hobbies and Pastimes that we need, this also unlocks the final mission with Dom, the Dominator, the guy who got us into doing parachute jumps in the first place. And when you complete all 13 parachute jumps, you unlock that final mission for Dom, and after completing that, that will gain you another you know, point toward that Strangers and Freaks stat. You need 20 different Strangers and Freaks. Really, what it is it's all of the Strangers and Freaks missions for 100% game completion. And it's very weird how it works. Like, you know, like each Strangers and Freaks mission for Tanya counts as 1 of the 20, whereas you have to like knock out almost all of them for Dom to count for 1. So like it's weird like that, you know. I don't understand why they didn't actually just make it the actual number that it is. You know, that would have made a lot more sense and been a lot less confusing. So anyway, this is the third one we're knocking out. This is 2 of 13, and this one's called Photo Finish. It is at the Vinewood Racetrack. Again, it's still in West Vinewood, and it's just north of the last parachute jump we did. So it's just north of 12 of 13, and you begin to see here why it is more efficient to take them out by area instead of in order. You know, because you've got parachute jump number 12 right next to parachute jump number 2. Things like that. So that one is knocked out. And we're on to the next one. This is Turbine Terror, and it is parachute jump number 3 of 13. And this is going to be located down at the Ron Alternates Wind Farm. That is just east of the Grand Sonora Desert, or just southeast of Sandy Shores. Pretty cool stuff, the wind farm here. Ron Alternates, alternate power, alternative. I get the little reference there. And we're getting closer, guys. We're getting closer to 100% game completion. And eventually, you know, the platinum. After this, I'm going to have to do a video on getting a lap dance, as that is part of the Hobbies and Pastimes for some reason. And then I just have a few races to do, and this Hobbies and Pastimes guide should be complete. Anyway, here's the next one. This is Fall of the Alamo, and it is parachute jump number 11 of 13, and it is located in Grapeseed, which is just north of the Alamo Sea, across the way from Sandy Shores, as it were. You have Sandy Shores on the south side of the Alamo Sea, and Grapeseed, this little farming community that's just on the north side of the Alamo Sea, which is, you know, supposed to be like the Salton Sea, I guess. And I mean, I don't really see any texture popping. People complain about texture popping in this game, and I just don't really see it. I mean, I do see it in GTA Online, but in the single player, I'm playing on the PS3. I don't know how it is on the Xbox. But on the PS3, in the single player, I see very little texture popping. And I'm not making some kind of fanboy comment, guys. I'm not saying, oh, the PS3, you know, you don't see that stuff on there, like the PC Master Race kind of guys would be saying about it, like, oh, none of this texture popping would be here if it was on the PC. But I guess that depends on what kind of PC you have. But I mean, yeah, the PS3 is totally capable of having games with tons of texture popping. I mean, Borderlands 2, there's popping everywhere. But I really don't see too much of it in the single-player portion of GTA 5. I really just don't. And I know videos haven't been coming out with the frequency that I normally am cranking out videos. I've been doing midterms this week. I'm in college. I've been working on my midterms all week. I simply haven't had time to do any videos. But I really wanted to make sure that I do complete these guides, man. That I do complete this Hobbies and Pastimes guide, especially. Very important to me. We may not be getting a ton of views, but that's fine. I know a lot of people are doing this game. And I'm just trying to get practice and get better at this stuff. So I can continue to make good videos and hopefully just get better and be making better videos as time goes on, you know? So this is the decline, and it is parachute jump number 4 of 13, and this is just off the coast of Paleto Bay. Paleto Bay is that little city up there in the northwest corner of the map. And you start this parachute jump on a little dock, hop in this helicopter, and the helicopter takes you up top Mount Chiliad, and then you jump off, parachute down, fly over Paleto Bay, and come back and land on the dock where you initially began. Pretty simple stuff, guys. Stationary target. And most of these are pretty easy. But we're going to get moving on to some now that are going to get a little tougher. And these next 4 are all right together, and they're in that Ranton Canyon / Cassidy Creek area. Guys, it's all in the northwest portion of the map, and you've got 4 that are all right near each other. This is the first one that we're going to knock out. It's just on the north side of the Ranton Canyon River. This one's called Carving the Mountain, and it is parachute jump number 10 of 13. And once again, you can see very clearly why I decided to knock out the parachute jumps in this order, guys, because you've got now parachute jump number 10, 7, 8, and 13 all right next to each other. You know, why they chose to do it that way is beyond me, but you know, I would have just numbered them in a way that made sense. But, you know, I'm obviously not the not the developer. And, you know, it's not a big deal. But we're going to knock them out in a way that makes sense for us. Saves us time. And really, even though these 4 parachute jumps are really close together, they're actually kind of far apart in a way, because you get down here and you land, and they're pretty good about like having an ATV or something like that next to the landing point. But some of these, you know, they're here in those mountainous areas, and they can be kind of tough to get to, you know. And God forbid you wreck your ATV and you're left running to the next one. Ugh. You wind up slipping, falling down a mountain. So anyway, this is Falling Mouse, and it is number 7 of 13. Same area. This little cliff that we're jumping off here, and that's how you're going to want to do it, guys. Don't pull your parachute till you go through that first gate. There's a motorcycle up there that that you can ride off the point there if you want to, but I wouldn't suggest doing it that way. I would just jump. But in order to get up to that particular parachute jump, guys, which is going to be just north of the last one that we did, you're actually going to need to probably bring your own helicopter in order to fly up to that point. Then land, get out, grab up the parachute, do the jump. Because I couldn't really find a way to get up there, drive up there, or do anything like that. So this is the next one. This is Runaway Train. This is 8 of 13. Same area. Ranton Canyon, Cassidy Creek. Pretty simple one, guys. Hop out the helicopter, fly on down, land on the train, and you want to do it. Hit that flatbed car, as that's going to be easier to land on. This is the next one. This is Razor Rock Dive, and it is actually 13 of 13, and the last one up here in that Ranton Canyon / Cassidy Creek area. And there's just one little checkpoint on this one, and then you got to make a hard turn to your left, land on the stationary target, knock it out. And these are really the toughest parachute jump, guys. That one, the Razor Rock Dive, the Falling Mouse, and the rest are pretty simple. This one here is Pacific Tour. We're back in the city now. This is 1 of 13. And this is just north of where you can buy a slip at the marina. Pretty simple one. Out of the helicopter, onto a moving boat. You know, if you miss it, just retry. You can always tap square to restart if you want.
How did I think this was a good idea?
On to the next one. This is 6 of 13. This is What Goes Up. This is in Pillbox Hill, the downtown area, and there's actually a construction site there, guys. You're going to come in on the ground floor, and there's this ladder that you have to climb up, and it is very long. It'll be right under the parachute icon. And if you've done the letter scraps, you'll remember this ladder, since you do have to climb this particular ladder to get up to one of the letter scraps. And it is a long climb. It can take, you know, up to 3 or 4 minutes just to climb all the way up there. So hold X to climb faster. This is Bank Bailout. This is the last one. I wanted you guys to see where to grab up the parachute and actually start the parachute jump. You do it on the ground right next to Maze Bank. This is also just north of the one that we just did, What Goes Up. This is a little hop off of Maze Bank. We're gonna fucking ride this motorcycle off, ditch the vehicle, pull the parachute. Don't have to land on a moving target or anything. Stationary. No big deal. And this is going to finish it up for us, guys. That is all 13 parachute jumps. So, a couple more hobbies and pastimes knocked out. We're getting closer to that career criminal trophy and 100% game completion. As always, guys, have a good one. If you like this, like, comment, subscribe, and motherfucking game and hole.